You know, when I was a kid, my brother's buddy had a 1970 convertible, and always loved the GTO. Thought it was a very unique car, and my first car was a 70 Monte Carlo, so I've always kind of been a GM guy. And started looking about 15 years ago for a 70 GTO convertible, and couldn't find one, let alone out of my price range. And then finally this one came up. It was a 68. Looked at it, wasn't sure. My wife asked me, what the problem was, and I said, well, it's not a 70. She told me, you know what, you've been looking for a GTO for over 10 years. She goes, just pull the trigger and get it. So next day I put it up on a lift over in Gainesville, checked it out, and ended up coming to a deal with the previous owner. And the more I own it, the more I'm liking it better than the 70 due to the hideaway headlights.
So what we have done is packaged up a suspension for him. This included 2-inch drop springs with a heavier rate, all 4 corners. We had also added the adjustable shocks that he can adjust to his likeness. The steering has a quick steering box into it. We've done some adjustments onto it, and he'll give us feedback on how that feels to him. If it's still not quick enough, we can have other options. The other thing was the fuel delivery system. It had the original carburetor on it, fuel pump, that such, and it started to show its age, a little bit of hesitation, wasn't as responsive as he would like. What we have done, we've gone to a Holley Sniper Quadrajet specific fuel injection replacement, and it just replaces the carburetor itself. You don't have to change the manifold or anything on a General Motors product with the Quadrajet. This is something that's, once again, fully adjustable, and that he can even adjust on the fly, but we can get it right to his liking, and it's very dependable. You don't have to worry about carburetor flooding or anything of that nature. Just like a late model car, you can hop in, turn the key, and you're ready to go.
After talking to Tom, eventually do a little bit of motor work and put a Tremec 5-speed in it. I drive the car. It's not a hangar queen. It doesn't sit in the garage all the time. I'm not really a show guy. I like to get in it. I like to go to the cleaners. I like to go to the grocery store. I like to run errands in it. I'd like to go on weekend trips with it. So with the 355 gears now and the 4-speed from the factory, at 65 miles an hour and 3,000 RPM, gets a little bit of fatiguing after about 45 minutes or an hour of driving it. So hopefully down the road we'll do the Tremec 5-speed, and it'll be a little bit more gentlemanly on the road, on longer road trips.